Gut Punched, Alzheimer's, and Caregivers. Navigating the insidious illness of Alzheimer's is something nobody asks for. The disease sneaks up on you and your loved one, and it feels like you've been sucker punched in the gut. Then you ask, where do we turn for help? Who do we call? What do we do? These questions and more are what we hope to answer and give you some direction and hope. Now let's join our host, Jeff Edwards.
Greetings and welcome. This is Gut Punched, Alzheimer's and Caregivers, the not-so-sexy podcast, episode 80. Welcome. Glad you made it. I'm Jeff Edwards, your host for Gut Punched, Alzheimer's and Caregivers. I'd like to give a big thank you to the Alzheimer's Association, all the volunteers, all the vendors, and all of those who walked. Those were the people who put everything together for our walk to end Alzheimer's we had last week. It was well organized, well attended, and we raised a bunch of money. Our team, Gut Punch, raised a good amount of money too, from friends, business acquaintances, family, and just great people. So thank you very much. But you know what the best thing was? It was hope. Hope was in the air. People were smiling and encouraging each other, and it was all for a common cause, to help find a cure for Alzheimer's. Progress is being made all the time. New ideas, new medicines, new resources. We can't stop now. There's too much at stake, and that is why my wife and I walk. It's personal to us. So thank you. And today, we're going to be talking about caregiving, and caregiving, the whole program. There's so much to learn, no matter what stage your loved one is in. All the information is coming from the Alzheimer's Association. You might want to bookmark this episode and save it for a refresher in the months ahead. And greetings to our sponsor, Heart, Body, and Mind Home Care. And you know what I just realized? This is episode 80. It's kind of like a mini milestone, right? Now, this wouldn't be Gut Punched if we didn't go over our rules or tenets. The tenets we follow at Gut Punch, Alzheimer's and Caregivers are very simple. Number 1, you must take care of yourself, because if something happens to you, who is going to take care of your loved one? Number 2, you can't do it alone. You need help. Find good caregiver groups or network with friends and relatives. Number 3, make a list of people, friends, relatives, co-workers who have offered to help you in time of need, and then make a list of things you need done but can't do yourself, because caregiving duties are overwhelming. Use the lists. Start at the top. Keep going till you get what you need done. You're going to find it very helpful. Number 4, create a help signal. Identify a cue or phrase to confirm your loved one is comfortable with receiving help. This is for when you have caregivers outside of family helping with caregiving duties. It will help put them at ease. Number 5, caregiving. Love it or hate it. It will be your life till it's not. Give it your all. The podcast is growing in leaps and bounds. Thank you very much for that. Can you help us grow even more? If you would please share this podcast with others. Maybe you know someone who has a family member or friends who are dealing with a loved one who has Alzheimer's or any type of dementia. You can just send them the link or send them to gutpunch.com. Help them help themselves and others. Maybe they need the information and resources. Let them know that they're not alone. There is help and hope out there for everyone. If you like what you hear, please subscribe to the podcast. Just push the subscribe button. All righty, we're ready. How about you? Let's do it. We've been talking about Heart, Body, and Mind Home Care, a national award-winning company. Why? Because you need to know about them. If you have a loved one who has Alzheimer's, dementia, Parkinson's, or something equally demanding, and if you're at the point of needing help because you're overwhelmed or you're just in over your head, so to speak, know this. Heart, Body, and Mind Home Care is here to help you. Service is their passion. Excellence is their promise. They are Alzheimer's, dementia, and Parkinson's care specialists. You can find them on the web at hbmhomecare.com, or you can call them at area code 239-603-6455. And you'll find a link for them on our website, which is gutpunch.com. Don't get overstressed. Reach out to Heart, Body, and Mind Home Care. Do it today. 8pmhomecare.com. This week, we are going to focus on early stage caregiving. Now, if you've been listening for a while, you know we always talk about caregiving. And if you're new to the program, we're going to give you some information about early stage caregiving. Now, I got this from the Alzheimer's Association's website, which is alz.org. Very simple. They have tremendous amount of resources and information. And we're just going to go through this and see where we end up. In the early stage of Alzheimer's, most people function independently. He or she may still drive, take part in social activities, volunteer, even work. Your role as a care partner is an important one, to provide support and companionship and help plan for the future. Early stage refers to people, irrespective of age, who are diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease or a related disorder and are in the beginning stage of the disease. The early stage of Alzheimer's can last for years. A diagnosis of early stage Alzheimer's disease doesn't just affect those with the disease. It affects everyone who loves and cares about them. Your role as a care partner. As a care partner, a term many choose to use rather than caregiver, since a person is in the early stage of dementia, may not need much assistance. You may find yourself in a new and unfamiliar role. You may be unsure of where to go for information, anxious about what to expect as the disease progresses, and concerned about your ability to support the person living with dementia. Now, these questions and feelings are normal. With an early diagnosis, you and the person with dementia now have the opportunity to make decisions about the future together, including legal, financial, and long-term care planning. The person living with dementia can take advantage of available treatments or participation in clinical trials, and you both can benefit from local resources and support services. Being able to take advantage of all these benefits can reduce anxiety about the unknown and lead to better outcomes for everyone involved. Secondary care partners. The role of a care partner is not limited to spouses, partners, or close family members. Care partners may include families of choice, such as friends, neighbors, or long-distance relatives. If you are providing support as a secondary or remote care partner, it may be difficult to determine the exact level of assistance needed without direct observation. Whenever possible, try to connect with others in the support network to share insights or make plans to meet the person with dementia in their own environment. Finding a new balance. One of the greatest challenges care partners face is not knowing how much assistance to give or when to give it, because the person with early stage dementia is primarily independent with dressing, bathing, walking, and may still drive, volunteer, or work. The most difficult tasks may involve managing a daily schedule or household budget. As a caregiver, your support with these everyday tasks can help the person with dementia develop new coping strategies that will help maximize his or her independence. Every relationship is different, but finding balance between interdependence and independence may increase confidence for both of you. Home safety checklist. You can go to alz.org and find this and print it out if you need to. You can download, print, and keep the checklist handy to prevent dangerous situations and help maximize the person living with dementia's independence for as long as possible. To help you determine when and how to provide the most appropriate support to a person living in the early stage of dementia, consider these tips used by other care partners. Safety first. Is there an immediate safety risk for the person with dementia to perform this task alone? If there is no immediate risk of injury or harm, provide encouragement and continue to provide supervision as necessary. Avoid stress. Prioritize tasks or actions that do not cause unnecessary stress for the person with dementia. For example, if you know that grocery shopping will be frustrating for the person with dementia, ask for their participation to outline a weekly menu and organize a grocery list. Make a positive assumption. Assume that the person with dementia is capable of completing the task. Now, if you sense frustration, try to identify the cause of the frustration before intervening. Focus on his or her current needs rather than dwelling on the future. Create a help signal. Identify a cue or phrase that you can use to confirm if the person with dementia is comfortable receiving support. For example, you may agree to use a phrase like, "Is there anything I can do to help?" Or nod to a signal that it's okay to chime in if the person with dementia is having difficulty remembering a word or name. Talk it over. The best way to determine how and when to provide support is to ask directly. Ask the person with dementia what they need or the frustrations they may be experiencing. Talk about it, then make a plan. Work better together. Find activities to do together and keep the conversation going about expectations for how you will provide support. Check in regularly by asking the person with dementia if you are providing a level of assistance that is comfortable or adequate. The next category is maximizing independence. There is a free e-learning course. Now, this program, Living with Alzheimer's for Caregivers Early Stage, provides practical answers to questions that arise in the early stages of Alzheimer's. And you can get that from the Alzheimer's Association website. While every person experiences the early stage of dementia differently, it is common that a person with early stage may need cues and reminders to help with memory. As a care partner, it may be necessary for you to take the initiative to determine how you may be able to help. For example, he or she may need help with keeping appointments, remembering words or names, recalling familiar places or people, managing money, keeping track of medications, planning or organizing, and transportation. Focus on the person's strength and how they can remain as independent as possible and establish a strong channel of communication. Consider ways to work together as a team. For example, if they are still comfortable balancing a checkbook, you may offer to provide a final review. Understanding emotions. Providing support to a person living with Alzheimer's disease or related dementia is ongoing and sometimes an emotional process. As a care partner, you may be feeling overwhelmed by emotions that range from fear to hope. Emotions may be triggered by thoughts about how this diagnosis will impact your life, but also the anticipation of future challenges. Learning to recognize your emotions may help you move forward and help the person with dementia live the best life possible. Denial. The diagnosis may seem unbelievable or difficult to accept. Short-term denial can be a healthy coping mechanism that provides time to adjust, but staying in denial too long can prevent you and the person with the disease from making important decisions about the future. It also can delay his or her ability to live a quality life. If you are experiencing denial about the diagnosis, your ability to help the person with dementia will be hampered until you can come to terms with the diagnosis yourself. Fear. Fears about the progression of the disease and the challenges in providing future care can be overwhelming and can prevent you from focusing on the present. Stress, anxiety, uncertainty about what to expect as the disease progresses and how to support the person with the diagnosis can lead to increased stress. Anger and frustration. Now, anger towards the diagnosis is a common response to a feeling of loss of control over the future. You may be feeling resentment about how your role as a care partner will impact your life. Grief, depression, sadness, or a sense of loss over your relationship may also lead to feelings of hopelessness. Emotions the person with dementia may experience. Now, emotions such as fear and denial are common for both care partners and individuals living in the early stages of the disease. Being able to talk about these emotions together may help you both work past the difficult feelings and spend more time enjoying the present. You can help the person with dementia to work through feelings of denial and fear about the disease by encouraging the person to share his or her feelings in a journal, spending time doing activities that are meaningful for both of you, attending an Alzheimer's Association early stage support group designed for both the person with dementia and care partner, talking to each other about your expectations, questions, and concerns, helping the person with dementia live well. People with Alzheimer's disease want to live well for as long as possible. The ability to remain healthy, active, engaged, and independent are consistent desires identified by newly diagnosed individuals. Care partners play an important role in helping the person with a dementia achieve these goals. Consider these tips to help the person in early stage stay healthy for as long as possible. Encourage physical activities. Based on results of some studies, exercise or regular physical activity may play a role in living better with the disease. Choose activities you both enjoy. Prepare meals that maintain a balanced diet and are low in fat and high in vegetables. Create a daily routine which promotes quality sleep and engagement with others. Identify situations which may be too stressful for the person with dementia. Work together to find what helps the person relax. Now, here's one. Taking care of yourself. Being involved in activities that enhance your sense of well-being may help reduce your stress level. Spend time with friends and family, eat well, engage in physical activities, and see the doctor regularly. Now, here are some tips on how to maintain your own health. Think about the ways you can get support now. For example, include an afternoon to yourself in your monthly schedule. Ask others to visit or go to lunch with the person living with dementia while you're away. Build a support network. Creating a support system before you think you need it will minimize your stress as the disease progresses. Look at the current support systems you already have in place and consider the people you turn to the most often in times of need. Connect with other care partners to acquire encouragement and comfort from others who understand what you're going through. Learn more about in-person and online support groups. Ask for and accept help. Very important. Care partners often wait too long before asking for help from others. Rest when needed and allow time for yourself and your own interests. Try not to take things personally. Symptoms of the disease can cause an individual to forget events or commitments. Remember, this is not a reflection of his or her character. Stay healthy through diet, exercise, and regular visits to the doctor. Stay engaged by continuing to be involved in activities that are important to you and enhance your sense of well-being. And allow yourself the opportunity to laugh when funny situations arise. Now, when you go to the alz.org website, there are links that will connect you to everything that we are talking about today. Next, getting empowered with information and resources. The more you educate yourself about the disease, the more confident and prepared you may feel about the future and your ability to solve problems as the disease progresses. Knowing what to expect and putting plans in place can be empowering for you and the person with dementia. So, accepting the diagnosis. As a care partner, you may accept the diagnosis before the individual living with a disease. While the individual living with dementia is the only person who can change how he or she feels about the diagnosis, you can share information and provide support to help with the process of acceptance. Understanding Alzheimer's. The symptoms of Alzheimer's usually develop slowly and gets worse over time, becoming severe enough to interfere with daily tasks. While the progression of Alzheimer's disease can differ from person to person, it's normal for a newly diagnosed person to want to compare his or her symptoms with others. Information on treatments and trials. Information on treatments and trials. Treatments are available to help with symptoms of the disease. Combining treatment for symptoms with supportive services can help the person live a quality life for as long as possible. While these treatments address the symptoms of the disease, currently there is no way to prevent, cure, or stop the progression. Many clinical trials are underway to find effective ways to treat and ultimately cure Alzheimer's. At least 50,000 volunteers are currently needed. Planning for the future. People in the early stage of the disease want to have a say in the decisions that will affect their life, including legal, financial, and long-term care planning. While these conversations can be difficult, including the person of the early stage of the disease in this process can be empowering for everyone involved. As their care partner, knowing the wishes of the individual can help you feel confident about the future decisions you will need to make on their behalf. The sooner plans for the future are established, the better prepared you and the person with dementia will be. Living alone. With support and resources, many people in the early stage of Alzheimer's live independently. If you are a family member or a care partner for someone who lives on his or her own, stay involved. Call or visit often and make sure the person gets the assistance needed, such as help with housekeeping, meals, transportation, bill paying, and other daily chores. Put home safety measures in place and be aware of any changes that would indicate the need for additional supervision or care. And we know that everyone needs a break. Respite care provides caregivers a temporary rest from caregiving while the person living with Alzheimer's continues to receive care in a safe environment. Using respite services can support and strengthen your ability to be a caregiver. And how do you use respite care? Well, the Center for Dementia Respite Innovation. The Alzheimer's Association Center of Dementia Respite Innovation funds new respite care innovation projects. Local organizations or providers currently or interested in providing dementia-related respite services with a focus on undeserved communities are encouraged to apply. Respite care can help you as a caregiver by providing a new environment or time to relax. It's a good way for you to take time for yourself. Respite care can provide a chance to spend time with other friends and family or just to relax. Time to take care of errands such as shopping, exercising, getting a haircut, or going to the doctor. Comfort and peace of mind, knowing that the person with dementia is spending time with another caring individual. Respite care services can give the person with dementia an opportunity to interact with others having similar experiences, spend time in a safe, supportive environment, participate in activities designed to match personal abilities and needs. You can locate respite care services through the Alzheimer's Association Community Resource Finder, a free online tool to help you find community programs and services. Plan ahead. Respite care for unexpected situations. Emergencies, unplanned situations, or unexpected trips can create a need for immediate care by an alternative caregiver. Try providers out in a non-emergency situation so you're ready if the need arises. Also, talk with people you trust, including family, friends, and neighbors, about helping out in an emergency. It's a good idea to have contact information for the person with dementia's medical team, as well as a list of all current medication with dosage and frequency taken, and make it easily accessible at all times. Types of respite care. Build your care team, share tasks, and coordinate helpers using free online calendar resources. Respite care can be provided at home by a friend or other family member, volunteer or paid service, or in a care setting such as an adult daycare or long-term care community. In-home care services offer a range of options, including companion services to the individual with companionship and supervised activities. Personal care or home health aid services to provide assistance with bathing, dressing, toileting, and exercises. Homemaker or maid services to help with laundry, shopping, and preparing meals. Skilled care services to help with medication and other medical services. Adult daycare centers offers a place where the person with Alzheimer's can be with others in a safe environment. Staff leads planned activities such as music and art programs, transportation, and meals are often provided. Long-term care communities may offer the option for a stay overnight, for a few days or a few weeks. Overnight care allows caregivers to take an extended break or vacation while a person with dementia stays in a supervised, safe environment. The cost for these services vary and is usually not covered by insurance or Medicare. Here's a tip. Sometimes a person with dementia may have difficulty adjusting to a new environment. Regular stays can allow the overall adjustment to become easier. Overcoming concerns. It's normal to be apprehensive about trying something new. Common concerns caregivers have about using respite care include cost. You may be concerned about how to pay for services. Look into financial assistance such as scholarships, sliding scale fees, or government programs. Contact your local Alzheimer's Association to learn what kind of financial assistance may be available. Reliability. You may be concerned about the dependability of the aid or service. Those who work for an agency or care community should be reliable and well-trained and are often certified. Ask each individual and care setting about training and qualifications. If hiring someone independently, interview the person thoroughly and check references. Guilt. You may believe that you should be able to do it all. Seeking help does not make you a failure. It's important to remember that respite services benefit the person with dementia as well as the caregiver. I know it seems like a lot of information, but it's all very good and very helpful. Again, alz.org. They have the resources, and you need them. Check them out.
We'll be right back to Gut Punched, Alzheimer's and Caregivers.
Remember, always be generous with the nutmeg. Just eyeball it.
Okay.
Mom's wisdom has served you well, but now it may be your turn to guide her.
Hey, I'm worried about Mom. She keeps forgetting her famous sweet potato pie recipe.
Some things come with age, sis.
And some don't.
Knowing the early signs of Alzheimer's in a loved one will help you make the best decisions for your family. Visit 10signs.org to learn the signs. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
This is Gut Punched, Alzheimer's and Caregivers.
As the Walk to End Alzheimer's are coming to a close for this year, the Collier County Walk will take place November 22nd at Baker Park, 50 Riverside Circle, Naples, Florida. Their event begins at 8 a.m., ceremony plus walk at 9 a.m. You can go to alz.org and click the link that will give you dates and locations for where you're located. One of the things we're working on for 2026 is to have our listeners, that's you, send us questions, things you need more information on or things you don't understand 100%, and we'll have them answered by a professional. It could be a doctor, a neurologist, a research expert, or even a professional caregiver. So start thinking about what you'd like to ask, jot them down, or you can even start sending them to us at gutpunchedac@outlook.com. This will be helpful to everyone who listens. For more information on some important resources, reach out to the Dubin Center at thedubincenter.com. And here's a new resource for you, Neuropsychiatric Research Center. Find them at www.nprc-swfl.com. And you can check out the Alzheimer's Support Network at alzsupport.org/about-us. To find your local chapter of the Alzheimer's Association, you can call their toll-free hotline at 1-800-272-3900. That's 1-800-272-3900. They have a resource called Dementia Care Navigation Service, powered by Ripple and the Alzheimer's Association. Caregivers and people living with Alzheimer's or another dementia can access personalized dementia care for free, including a dedicated care navigator and tailored resources. You can call 855-271-2662 to get connected. That's 855-271-2662. Take the first step and contact them. We mention the guide frequently. It's another great resource and provides help in respite care. And people are finding out about it and signing up. It's free. Yes, it is. It's probably easier just to Google it, Edge it, or DuckDuckGo it, or reach out to Dr. Perry's HealthSpan Partners, and their website is https://healthspansouthwestflorida.com. And here's another new one, Aquilane Clinical Research. Find them at aquilaneresearch.com. Thanks to all those who help and contribute each week to build this podcast. Our website is gutpunch.com, and the email is gutpunchedac@outlook.com. Or you can email me at jeff@gutpunch.com. Thanks for joining us, and please come back again. God bless.
This has been Gut Punched, Alzheimer's and Caregivers, with your host, Jeff Edwards. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to us on all the platforms like Spotify, Apple, Pandora, and more. If you have a question or want to get in touch, our email is gutpunchedac@outlook.com.